Hello and welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing the film A Mistake from the 2024 Tribeca Film Festival. A Mistake is directed by Christine Jeffs, written by Carl Schucker and Christine Jeffs, and stars Elizabeth Banks, Simon McBurney, Richard Crouchley, Mickey Sumner, and Fern Sutherland. This is A Mistake movie review and there will be spoilers. If you like these movie reviews, please like this A Mistake film review and subscribe. Once subscribed, click the bell icon to receive notifications of new reviews. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/FilmBook. And now, the A Mistake movie review. Elizabeth Banks is in top form in the meandering drama from New Zealand A Mistake, directed by Christine Jeffs. While the film is slow-moving in its early stages, Banks's performance is always on point and helps sharpen the film's focus, especially in the later scenes within the picture. In the movie, Banks plays a surgeon named Liz Taylor who, alongside a wet-behind-the-ears student colleague, Richard, performs a surgery for a sick woman. When the patient passes away after an unforeseen mishap, Liz is forced to confront the situation as her career is ultimately put in jeopardy. Jeffs creates a complex character in terms of the presentation of Liz, but the movie plods on slowly for much of its midsection, until it displays a very compelling series of scenes towards the film's conclusion. To start, the surgery scene early on in the picture is frighteningly graphic and realistic. To think of the possibilities of a surgery gone awry is bad enough. However, the movie presents the idea that even though the surgery was technically botched up, the patient probably would have died anyway. Meanwhile, Simon McBurney, as Andrew McGrath, Liz's supervisor, is eventually depicted as sexist and ignorant. McBurney plays his character extraordinarily well. When McGrath tries to pull the plug on a speech Liz is giving towards the end of the film, the audience will certainly despise McGrath for his insensitivity towards the truth. Richard Crouchley's performance gives the story a dramatic edge and is well nuanced. Crouchley's character, Richard, suffers tremendously from the results of his actions over the course of the film, until a plot development in the movie has the character pay dearly for his mistake in more ways than was expected. Crouchley is both believable and raw in terms of his portrayal of his unstable character, and he shares the screen with Banks successfully, especially in a few key scenes sprinkled into the movie's midsection. As Liz's love interest, Robin, Mickey Sumner, shines as well. Robin is hit hard by the events surrounding Liz's predicament, and it's to Sumner's credit that the chemistry between she and Banks is subtle yet plausible. This is, however, Banks's movie from beginning to end. Banks gives Liz a sense of professionalism, but Banks gets deep inside this character, creating a three-dimensional woman who ultimately has more sensitivity than one would expect given the earlier scenes in the picture. When she visits the deceased patient's parents towards the end of the film, there is some tremendous depth displayed by Banks on screen. Banks fares best in a speech she gives towards the end of the film. Liz is speaking about a predicament that has occurred and how it has affected her and made her see the realities and complexities of the profession she has taken on. There is also a good turn by Fern Sutherland as Liz's friend Jessica. Sutherland's performance stands out even in a cast like this one, which is full of earnest performances. Ultimately, the plot is rather depressing and the film takes its time to get to its final destination. It is a character study of a surgeon who has come to a crossroads in her life and has discovered that there is much more to her profession than she originally thought. Jeff's direction is probing and hits the right notes towards the conclusion as Liz must confront the events that have occurred in her life, for better or worse. There is a suicide in the picture which makes the film feel devastatingly sad. This death in the movie triggers the character of Liz's development and makes her both more self-aware and more understanding of the world around her. Simon McBurney's McGrath becomes very unlikable when his sexist attitudes are revealed, and the character starts to suggest that surgeons should all be men, rather than allowing women to work in the field as well. It would have been nice to see the film deal more with McGrath's bad attitudes and what was necessary to correct them, but this is Banks's movie through and through, and she makes the film overall with its obstacles to becoming a moving motion picture. While the last scene of A Mistake doesn't answer all the questions the audience may have in regards to Liz's future, the audience is presented with a different Liz than the one we meet early on in the movie. Banks makes the transformation delicately and superbly and deserves to be credited as a serious dramatic actress. If anyone thought Banks didn't have what it takes to strut her dramatic chops on screen successfully, this film will prove them wrong. Banks has done dramatic parts before, but A Mistake marks her most wholly successful dramatic triumph as an actress. And that brings us to the conclusion of this A Mistake movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast. If you would like to get FilmBook's articles delivered to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter or download our Android mobile app for instant notifications. You'll find links to both in the description. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you next time.